It is a big day for all of us here at ABC7 Chicago.
Yeah, we're marking 75 years on the air. Eyewitness News anchor Cheryl Burton takes us back to the beginning.
It's a story more than 7 decades in the making. Today marks 75 years that Chicago's #1 news station has been on the air. Here's a look back to how it all began right here at ABC7.
It's a special anniversary here at 190 North State Street. 75 years on the air, bringing you the day's top stories. September 17th, 1948, WENR-TV, an ABC network-owned station, signed on to Chicago airwaves. A year later, Super Circus, a live nationwide variety program produced in Chicago, launched on ABC.
It was a show that featured circus acts and clowns, kind of similar to what Bozo was later.
In 1953, WENR merged with WBKB, and in 1968, Channel 7's call letters were changed to WLS.
We became WLS-TV to better associate with the radio station that ABC then owned, which was known all over the country.
That same year, Eyewitness News was launched.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Fahey Flynn. Here's what's happening at 10 o'clock.
When I started here, for news stories, we were shooting 16mm black and white film. It wasn't even color. We shot with a big old camera with the, sort of the Mickey Mouse ears where the film was.
They were starting a new 30-minute newscast at 5 o'clock. They only had a 15-minute newscast, I believe, at that time.
1984 was another big year. The old State Lake Theater was gutted and turned into studios and offices for ABC7. Frank McNulty spent 55 years at the station. He just celebrated his 100th birthday, but remembers the excitement of the early days in the Loop.
It was a great feeling of moving in there because I was right in the middle of everything in town. That was the middle of everything. The Chicago Theater across the street, everything was there.
Oprah Winfrey began her rise to global superstardom right here in this building.
This has been, without a doubt, the very best year of my life, moving to Chicago and hosting AM Chicago.
In 1986, Oprah's daily talk show, AM Chicago, was renamed and launched nationally. In 2006, it was time for another big makeover. A huge celebration marked the opening of the ABC7's new State Street studio, the same spot we use today to bring you all the news that affects your community.
Some of those stories were very personal, that, we had feelings about them.
For more than 7 decades, we brought the biggest stories into your home: news, weather, sports, and entertainment.
It's Thursday, May 26th.
And this is the very first Windy City Live.
Now streaming 24/7, ABC7 delivers headlines morning, noon, and night. 75 years of keeping you informed and making Chicago proud.
We worked so hard to do the right story, the honest story, the true story, too.
One of the secrets to our success was the staff. We had wonderful people. It was really a very magical time.
Our special anniversary celebration is not over yet. We invite you to tune in to our morning show tomorrow for highlights of the many historic moments in Chicago that our news team has covered for 75 years.
Thank you, Cheryl. Great seeing so many familiar faces. And you can learn more about ABC7's history by heading to our website or news app. And while you're there, be sure to check out some old Eyewitness News stories, promos, and other videos from the past 75 years. How amazing.
That was awesome. I've been here for about 5 minutes, so it was really nice to see kind of the history behind the last 75 years here. And of course, what makes part of this, station so great is obviously the city that we get to work and live in. And Chicago is one of the great cities in the world, and it's awesome.
Sure is.
Here's to another 75 more years, huh?
Exactly. How amazing.